Hey, what is up, everyone? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Target exclusive Shoretrooper from Andor. So the Shoretrooper is one of my favorite trooper designs. I just love the look of these guys, and I was happy to see them in Andor, even if it was just briefly. And yes, this is a repaint, but it's a trooper. Of course it's going to be a repaint, but there is some new on this guy, and I'm loving that, and I think this is a great looking trooper. And of course it comes in the Galaxy packaging, and thankfully this one still has the window, but you got Star Wars The Black Series up top. Through the window you can see the trooper, comes with a rather unique blaster. I'm loving that. Star Wars Andor and Shoretrooper down there. That side, front window wraps around, Star Wars The Black Series again. There is the side with the artwork. It's an okay picture. He's got this signal going on, 2 fingers, like squad move up. This is where some alternate hands would come into play, but that's wishful thinking. But it's an okay picture, but I am loving this color for Andor. Kind of a fiery orangish red coral color. Very nice color. Small window on the top. Bottom is the barcode, some logos, and some stuff that no one reads. And on the back, you got the same picture as the side. You got just a synopsis, I guess, of the television show in 5 languages. Shoretroopers #3, and then you got some warnings down there that no one looks at. All right, I'm going to get this Shoretrooper open, and let's take a look at him. All right, so here is the Shoretrooper from Andor out of the box. And once I got him out of the box, I kind of gave him a once-over. And it does look good. I mean, it's a great figure. This is based on the 2016 Shoretrooper body, which is a great body. The articulation is actually pretty good to be from 2016. The added paint's nice. This new little ammo pouch there is nice. The holster's, it's okay. But the figure as a whole looks pretty good. But there are some places where they just neglected to paint or forgot to paint, and it kind of hurts this figure. And that's unfortunate. I was not expecting that. It's in the back, but it still kind of sucks. But let's get a good look at him. The helmet, the black on the visor is great. The little mouth thing up here looks fantastic. This is good. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Right here. Those should be painted black right there. And since we're back here, this should be painted black and this should be painted black. That is just really unfortunate that they didn't do that. I don't know why, but yeah, it's just empty back here and I hate it. I really hate that. But the white stripe going across here looks pretty good. The white shoulder here looks nice. On this side, same thing. It looks great. I think the stripe here looks pretty good. Now, something I do really like on this figure is this tan undersuit. This is great right here. I mean, just a little variation between this one and the previous version. This tan undersuit is killer. Love it. And of course, it's accurate to the show. You know, the red here's nice. Arms, you know, they look just like they're supposed to look. You know, little armor plates on the back of the hands are pretty cool. The back of the arms, you know, have this little bit there. Same thing there. You know, it's cool. The belly looks great. All the detailing here is fantastic. But this new ammo pouch, it's kind of the same sculpt, but it's in a new place. It's not it's not crooked like the other one is. This is a little more straight. And it does look good. They've got a little bit of gold on the pouches there, the little snaps. It looks kind of, you know, it's neat. The belt coming around, there is no paint on the belt except for in here. And there's a little bit of texture in there, which is kind of nice. Now this holster, it's new. It's new. I'll show you how it works. It's a little strange and bizarre, the fact that he's a right-handed shooter, right? He's got a trigger finger on the right. The holster's on the left, which is accurate to the show, right? In the show, this Shoretrooper had his holster on the left side, so I'm sure that's what they were going off of, maybe. But it doesn't work for this figure because he's a right-handed, you know, shooter. But it's okay. But the holster, it's sculpted nicely. Kind of wish they would have painted the snaps, you know, these little boop, you know, right there, boop, boop, and boop. They should have painted those black or brown or something. They should have painted that brown right there, okay? You know, that little canister. Thermal detonator's fine. Legs are pretty much identical to the other trooper, just a slightly different color. And of course the weathering is different, but it's the same legs, same feet. Yeah, it's a pretty good looking figure, at least from the front. Turn around to the back, it's a little empty. Now, I could possibly throw some black wash in there, and just wipe it off real quick and let it sit down in those grooves and let it dry. Same thing here, same thing there. This might be easy to, to make black. I could try it, but that is just really, really poor that they didn't paint this back here. But again, this is one of my favorite Trooper designs. I do love the look of this guy, just the subtle differences. I think he's going to stand out on the shelf. I'm still happy I picked it up. And if you want to go side by side, you could tell that the white stripe is new, the white shoulders are new, the red here is pretty much the same, belly's pretty much the same. This ammo pouch, you could tell on this one is kind of crooked, and it's got this little strap there. That strap is gone here. In fact, this whole lower piece is a little bit different in here, okay? They took away this little bit right there, okay? That's gone over here because they added the holster. Let me move his arm out of the way. Okay, so that is gone, and they added the holster. So that's one difference on the belt. But yeah, the ammo pouches, these are a little more straight, and this is a little crooked. Okay, the gold here is a little more pronounced than it is on this one. But this color's nice. I think I kind of like the maroon. Pants are almost identical. This is a little bit lighter. The shins are similar, the weathering's different, and the feet, are just different color. But it's pretty close, just slight differences. But on the back, yeah, this one should look like that. You see the black up here, the black in here, that should be brown. Yeah, that really takes away from the back of this one, because I do love the look of this. But stuff like this doesn't surprise me anymore, especially on the backs of figures. Just like on the Mandalorian Ahsoka Grogu pack. They completely neglected to paint Mando's back. So this doesn't surprise me. I'm just happy the front looks good. And as far as articulation, it's actually really good on this older body. You get some good range in the head. He has probably the best crunch in the entire line. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Some pretty good back, but that crunch is just nutty. He's got some really good side-to-side tilt. Arms are pretty mobile. They go up, they go around. He's got pretty good elbows for 2016. I mean, they get to 90, but he actually holds the weapon very well. And if you pose him with a blaster rifle, this guy can actually almost aim down the sights. So the articulation is pretty good in the arms, despite the elbows only getting to 90. It actually works. The legs, let's see, this ammo pouch is a little stiff, being oriented in this direction. So the right leg, you have to force it up. The leg goes, the left one goes up a little higher unless you really force the right one up. Okay, this is a little bit flexible there. So yeah, the legs get up that far. They go out to there. Not much in the way of back. You got double knees. Feet go down to there. Yeah, that's pretty good. They go up just to there before the top of the shoe hits the shin armor. And of course, you got some ankle swivel. So the articulation is just like the other one. And it's actually, whoa, he almost fell. And it's actually not bad. And as far as accessories, you get this blaster. And this is really different from what we've seen before. It's almost like a shrunken down E11. And I do know that there is a such thing called an E11A1 that is a shortened version of the E11 that is designed to be fired with one hand and, stored in a holster. So this could be an E11A1. Maybe. I couldn't find a picture of an E11A1. I just found a description. But it is a pretty cool little blaster. It's got what's supposed to be the folding stock. Got some slight detail on the end of the barrel. There's your extended mag or power pack, whatever you want to call it. Some black there, some sculpt up here. And that's what the other side looks like. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little blaster. I like this. And as far as him holding this, it goes in the hand fairly well. The trigger finger doesn't quite make it to the trigger, but it's almost there. He's exercising trigger discipline, but he does look pretty good. Like if he were to be firing this weapon, kind of straight out or low from the hip, he's got a very good wrist hinge on the right side. So you can tip the wrist up. He can fire low from the hip like that, which is pretty neat. You can get the blaster up there, kind of like he's just posing with it. The left hand is literally like concrete. I would probably have to heat this up. These fingers will not bend. But you could put a left hand right there if you wanted to. If you wanted him just like at a relaxed stance like that, he could sort of hold it in two hands, or If he's really relaxed, could put the left hand on top like that. If he's just chilling on the beach on Nymos, yeah, okay, that doesn't look bad. But it's a pretty cool weapon. It's different. I don't think we've seen this at all in the Black Series. I mean, not that I can recall. All right, so as far as this holster is concerned, okay, when I first saw the figure, I was thinking that this was a cross-draw holster, okay, like him being right-handed, and he draws this way. All right, but no, this is a left-handed holster, and you unpeg the top. The blaster goes in like that, okay, it goes in like that, and then the top strap goes around the back of the grip, and it's supposed to peg back in, but it won't. It won't. Well, not quite. It's very close, but that's what it's supposed to look like, okay, like that, and that's how it was in the show, okay. It was on the left side, but for a right-handed shooter, no, it's kind of silly. But if you want to pretend like he's left-handed and he is directing someone or he's talking to someone, they're giving him a hard time and he's getting ready to draw on them, you know, he's trying to give them an order. Yeah, you could pose him like that, which does look pretty good. But that's how the holster works. And again, this top peg right there refuses to go back in this hole, and it's because of the size of the rear part of the blaster. It just won't quite go. Yeah, kind of poorly engineered. Yeah, it's not going to go. But that's what it looks like. That's about as best as I can do. And it's definitely different. I probably will not use this holster ever. I'll probably just keep the blaster in this hand, right? The trigger finger hand. But it's unique. All right, here, I'm just going to take this out. Wow, it's kind of hard to get out. Now, pegging this back in with no blaster, yes, it goes right back in fine. It's just the size of that back part of the blaster will just not allow this to clear it. Yeah, that's really kind of bizarre. I want to put this back in his hand, his right hand, and I don't know. I'll keep him in some kind of firing pose. I don't know. Maybe widen his stance a little bit like he's getting ready to shoot somebody or shoot something. Anyway, I'm going to go stick this fella on the shelf and let's see what he looks like there. And there we have it. So I just kind of stuck him right there, somewhat chronologically, you know, because we saw Andor dressed like this first. Then he wound up on Nymos and encountered the Shoretrooper. And then the end of the show, you know, the big skirmish on Ferrix. All right, so I just have him right there. You can get an idea of how tall he is. Okay, he scales very well. It is a good-looking trooper. It's such a cool design. I like the new blaster. That's definitely different. But yeah, he does look good on the shelf. I have to say that I do like the original Shoretroopers better. I just think they look a little bit better, you know, as far as the weathering, the paint on the back. You know, I've got a couple of them, you know, but you can see how posable they are. You know, even with 2016 articulation, you know, he can, I think he holds the weapons really well. He can fire low from the hip, and he can fire up here too, which looks phenomenal, I think. And this being the same figure, if you wanted to put a different blaster in his hand, you know, this guy could do that. But I'm still happy I picked it up. I think it looks fantastic on the shelf. So is this a perfect figure? No, it's not. Now, do I regret buying it? Absolutely not. It's another trooper. I'm always down with more troopers on the shelf. You cannot have enough troopers. I love the white up here. I think that looks great. The ammo pouch, slightly different. I like it. I love the blaster. It's different. It's new. The holster is a little screwy. Yeah, it's a little bizarre, especially with him not being left-handed, right? He's got a trigger finger on the right hand. He's not left-handed. They put the holster on the left. That is bizarre, but it is accurate to the show, so yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The blaster will most likely stay in his hand. Now, I am extremely disappointed in the lack of paint on his back. This especially, and the vents back here. They really, really should have done that. That is just poor. Yeah. Ugh. This may be easy to do. This would be a little tricky. This would be fairly easy to do. This could be easy to do. I don't know. Yeah, it's unacceptable that they didn't paint the back, but this is what we got. Now the tan undersuit, I am loving that. Just this slight color difference here, I think makes him really stand out on the shelf. I love that tan, and it's such a cool texture too. Yeah, it's just neat. Hey, it's a Shoretrooper. It's one of my favorite trooper designs. I'm happy to have it. I think he looks fantastic on the shelf, but I want to hear from you guys. So comment below and let me know what you think of the Shoretrooper from Andor. And if you enjoy videos on Star Wars The Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and please turn on notifications. I'd certainly appreciate it. And I just thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.